Hey guys, welcome to Auto Nation Chevrolet. Out here in Northwest Austin, just off 183. So I've been looking at the low price cars. Okay, so this is not the place where I found this car, but I need to film a Chevy Bolt, and here they are. Okay, here you go. So today's pick is a Chevy Bolt EV 1LT hatchback. That's at Capital Chevrolet. Actually, looks like they have two of them. Anyway, the price is $26,595, and if I remember right, they say if you qualify for the $7,500 tax credit, you get that taken off on top of that. That's under $20,000. Wow. I mean, if you're looking for a cheap, brand new EV, how could you not beat this? So is a Chevy Bolt okay for a daily commuter? I would say yes. I mean, it looks comfortable enough. I'll admit I haven't driven one yet, but it looks comfortable enough. Can easily fit two people, and one of the reviews I saw said it could fit four people actually, or it had two people in the back seat. So tight. Yeah, they parked those cars close together. Oh, this is an EUV. Is that what's throwing me off? Sorry, I've been looking mostly at EVs, not EUVs. Here's an EV. So what's the difference between an EV and an EUV? What I heard is the EV is ever so slightly smaller. Although it also read that it's also ever so slightly bigger. Oh, this is one of those dealerships, yes. All right, anyway, so can you commute with it? Yes. Okay, so the next question is, can you fit four people into it? Oh gosh, I don't think you can see that. Okay, let's switch over to this side. So they've added 10. Anyway, so you could, I mean, I would think it'd be a little bit tight, like if you're sitting behind me, but then in my Model 3, it's a little bit tight. So whatever. Let's live with that, shall we? All right, so would this car work for a day trip? You could use it for a day trip. I mean, if I was going to Houston and back, it would require one charge. It has a range of 259 miles, at least in theory, or EPA estimate. So it could do that. The downside is you're using CCS1, so you're limited to 55 kilowatt charging speed. Now, well, this is the Bolt, right? This Bolt is about to be discontinued, or is being discontinued. So I guess no, they had good prices. It just GM says it costs too much money to make this car. But they're going to revamp it and bring it out on their Ultium platform. GM's also signed up to go to NACS, which is a Tesla plug, basically. So in the future, when that time comes, you'll get that benefit. So it would not be a great road tripper, no, but for occasional trips, and if it's under 200 miles, oh, you could handle that. So there you go. Okay, here we are, the safety testing results from the International Institute of Highway Safety. I was first thinking that this was actually a C, but looking through this, I guess it's actually, well, if you have children and require child seats, maybe you don't like this, but after reviewing it a second time, I'm starting to think maybe this is more like a B, but there it is. Anyway, onward, upward. Okay, so over here is the charge port. It's a typical CCS one. So it has a J1772 with the 2 DC pins under it. So that what that means is for home charging, you use J1772. Documentation says it can go up to 11 kilowatts, which is about max for what you do on home charging. All right, so let's talk about the downside of this car. Ignoring for the moment that Bolt's had a history of fires. The downside of this car is the DC charging. If I understand it right, this guy only goes up to 55 kilowatts. Now, but that's okay. I mean, it'll get you there. Let's just... Okay, my Teslas can go up to 250, and it's limited to 250 because that's all superchargers will put out. So there's a huge difference there. So it may take you an hour to charge up this car on a charging stop. Is that okay? It's okay if you're just doing it once in a while, but it would get old if you did it a lot. Okay, I feel like I would be doing you all a disservice not to show you the line of bolts here. Now, most of these bolts, I guess, are EUVs. How do I tell? Oh, they have the shorter black line. So all those are EUVs down there. These are EVs. Okay, I'll just take a quick walk by. 38. 38. 33. 37. 38. This one doesn't have it listed. 34. 32. 38. Oh my goodness, it's cold. 32. And 38. There you go. It's interesting, these red stripes. I don't know why. It doesn't have a thing on the back telling me what it is. I mean, it's Bolt EUV. So there's two basic trim levels. There's a LT1 and LT2. LT1 has cloth seats and less electronics. And LT2, well, LT2 has leather and some other things like a rear collision monitoring or whatever they call that. Anyway, there you are. Okay, let me wrap up with this. It's surprising to me. According to their website, they have seven bolts. 6 of them all match that low price. Wow. Now, I've also heard that Chevy has stopped building the Bolt EV and EUV. So if you want to go this way, it's a limited quantity, right? On the other hand, it's another one of those cars where people say, well, nobody wants it. I don't know what, I mean, if you're driving to Dallas every day, Dallas and back, so a 400-mile round trip, this is not going to work. But if most of the time you're just driving, let's say within Austin, with a very rare trip that requires a charging stop somewhere, this is a perfectly good car for you. At least it sounds like it would be initial look. There you go.